This week's video preview has Sally meeting Jill and Tessa making a decision about her marriage. September 29 through October 3rd will be a big week for many young and the restless couples. This week's video preview shows how one character makes a decision about their marriage, while another seeks advice. Here's a glimpse of what's ahead. Lauren Tracy Bregman is happier than ever since Michael Christian LeBlanc stopped working for Victor Eric Braden. However, unbeknownst to Lauren, her husband is back in cahoots with Victor to take down Kane, Billy Flynn. But it looks like Lauren is getting suspicious about Michael's behavior. With Michael keeping secrets, Lauren is reaching her limit, and that means doom for Likey's marriage. During a chat with Nikki, Melody Thomas Scott, Lauren says she loves Michael, but doesn't know if she can take it anymore. Billy, Jason Thompson, and Sally, Courtney Hope, are back on track. After Billy vowed to put Sally ahead of his need to reclaim Chancellor, she decided to give him a second chance. Yet Sally still has her doubts when it comes to Billy. This week, she turns to Jill, Jess Walton, for help. In a video chat, Sally tells Jill, "I've fallen in love with your son and we have a real problem." Sally will inform Jill of Billy's obsession with taking over Chancellor. Since Jill sold Chancellor to Victor Eric Braden, she'll feel responsible for Billy's behavior. With Sally's help, can Jill curb Billy's recklessness and maybe repair her relationship with her son? It's been 2 weeks since Mariah Cameron Grimes dropped her killer secret, then left for Boston. Tessa, Kate Fairbanks, is still trying to wrap her head around Mariah's confession. She believes there's more to the story and needs answers. Sharon Case, cautions Tessa about her plan, asking her to give it more thought. But Tessa's made up her mind. She says it's the only way to save her wife and her marriage. Will Tessa be able to clear Mariah's name? Or will her search for answers cause more trouble for the couple? The air in Genoa City is thick with tension, a potent cocktail of betrayal, desperation, and long-simmering rage. As we move into the final week of September, the fragile alliances and carefully constructed lies that have propped up the city's elite begin to crumble. At the center of the coming storm is Lauren Fenmore Baldwin, a woman pushed to the absolute edge, whose breaking point promises to send shockwaves through every corner of society. This is a week where loyalties will be tested, secrets will be weaponized, and one woman's cry for justice will become a roar that cannot be ignored. Monday, September 29th, The Unraveling. The week begins in the aftermath of a devastating confrontation. At the GCAC, the polished veneer of corporate power is shattered as Michael and Lauren Baldwin attempt to regroup. Lauren is a ghost of her usual composed self. The constant, insidious threats from Alan Laurent have eroded her spirit. She's not sleeping, jumping at shadows, and the fire in her eyes has been replaced by a hollow fear. Michael, ever the fierce protector, is beside himself. "I'm calling the police, Lauren. This has gone too far. He can't just threaten us and get away with it," he insists, his voice tight with a mixture of anger and helplessness. But Lauren, gripping her coffee cup as if it were a lifeline, shakes her head. "And say what, Michael? That my business rival is being intimidating? That he's using my past against me? It's all veiled threats and legal maneuvers. The police can't protect us from this." Meanwhile, Alan is holding court at the Grand Phoenix Bar, a smug smile playing on his lips. He's on the phone with a silent partner, assuring them that the Fenmore situation is nearly resolved. "Lauren is a fighter, I'll give her that," he purrs. "But everyone has a price, and if they don't, everyone has a breaking point. We're about to find hers." Across town, at Society, the Newman family drama takes a new, volatile turn. Victoria and Cole find themselves in a heated debate about Claire. Cole, ever the optimist and driven by a father's longing, pleads for patience and understanding. She's been manipulated her entire life, Victoria. We can't just throw her to the wolves. Victoria, her arms crossed, remains the skeptical CEO. She helped Jordan hold our mother hostage, Cole. Understanding has its limits. We need to be cautious. Their argument is interrupted by the arrival of Nick, who has his own concerns about the sudden reappearance of his niece and the destabilizing effect it's having on the entire family. The question hangs in the air. Is Claire a victim to be saved or a viper welcomed into the nest? Tuesday, September 30th, the point of no return. Tuesday's episode is a masterclass in psychological warfare. Alan Laurent makes his move, arriving unannounced at Fenmore's with a new, final offer for Lauren. It's not an offer. It's an ultimatum, delivered with a chilling calmness in Lauren's own office. This is your last chance to walk away with some semblance of dignity, Lauren, Alan says, sliding the contract across her desk. Sign over controlling interest, and you can keep your title, a generous salary, and, most importantly, your reputation. Refuse, he pauses, letting the threat hang in the air. And I will bury you. I will unleash every piece of dirt I have on you and Michael. I will make sure every designer, every supplier, and every society matron in this city knows that Fenmore's is built on a foundation of scandal and deceit. This is the moment. The camera closes in on Lauren's face. We see the flicker of fear, the weight of exhaustion, and then something new. A raw, unadulterated fury. The dam holding back weeks of terror and frustration finally breaks. Get out, she says, her voice a low, dangerous whisper. Alan smirks. I'm sorry. I don't think I heard you. Lauren slams her hands on the desk, rising to her feet. I said, get out, she roars, her voice echoing through the office. Get out of my office, get out of my building, and get out of my life. I am done. Do you hear me? I am done with your threats, your mind games, and your pathetic attempt to steal what my mother and I built. You want a war, Alan? You've got one. But I promise you, you have no idea who you're dealing with. It's a cathartic, explosive moment. Lauren has reached her limit, and in doing so, she has found her power again. The fear is gone, replaced by a burning, righteous anger. Michael, hearing the commotion, rushes in just in time to see Alan, for the first time, look genuinely taken aback as he beats a hasty retreat. Michael looks at his wife, and he sees not the broken woman from this morning, but a warrior resurrected. The battle for Fenmore's is officially on, and Lauren is now leading the charge. Wednesday, October 1st, the aftermath and new alliances. The dust from Lauren's explosion begins to settle, but the landscape of Genoa City has been permanently altered. Lauren and Michael are in their penthouse, strategizing with a renewed sense of purpose. The paralysis is over. He thought he could break me, Lauren says, her voice steady now, filled with a cold determination. He thought I would just roll over. Well, he miscalculated. It's time we stop playing defense. Michael, a proud but worried glint in his eye, agrees. Okay, then we go on the offensive. But we need leverage. We need to find out who his silent backer is. This isn't just about a business rivalry anymore. This is personal. Their conversation turns to Christine Blair, their old friend and the district attorney. Perhaps the law can't stop Alan directly, but Christine might know where to look for skeletons in Alan's closet. This pursuit of leverage leads them to an unexpected and potentially dangerous source. Tucker McCall. At the Genoa City Athletic Club, Michael corners Tucker, who is enjoying a scotch, looking far too pleased with the world's chaos. "What do you know about Alan Laurent?" Michael demands. Tucker takes a slow sip. "Alan? He's a shark in a Savile Row suit." "Why? Has he been causing trouble for our dear Lauren?" Tucker's feigned innocence is transparent. He knows more than he's letting on, and he seems to relish the idea of another corporate bloodbath, especially one he might be able to profit from. An alliance with Tucker is a deal with the devil, but Lauren and Michael may soon find they have no other choice. Elsewhere, the tension between Billy and Lily at Chancellor Winters reaches a fever pitch. Lily presents a conservative, sustainable growth plan for the media division, while Billy, driven by his desire to one-up Chelsea and outmaneuver Adam, pushes for a high-risk, high-reward, aggressive takeover of a new digital platform. "We're being too cautious, Lily," Billy argues, pacing her office. "The landscape is changing. If we don't act now, we'll be left in the dust. And if we act recklessly, we could lose everything," Lily fires back, her patience worn thin. "This isn't just about your ego, Billy. This is about our company, our family's legacy. I will not let you gamble it all away on a whim." The fundamental rift in their leadership style is now a chasm, and a power struggle seems inevitable. Thursday, October 2nd. Desperate measures. With Alan Laurent anticipating their every legal move, Lauren and Michael decide to fight fire with fire. In a clandestine meeting at the Underground, they connect with a private investigator, a shadowy figure recommended through back channels. The plan is to dig into Alan's past, his finances, and his mysterious financial partner. They are stepping into a gray area, and the risk is immense. "We need everything," Lauren instructs the PI, her voice steady. "Any affair, any shady business deal, any forgotten bankruptcy. I don't care how far back you have to go. Find me his weakness." Simultaneously, Claire's storyline takes a dark and unexpected turn. Jordan, from her prison cell, manages to get a message to her prodigy. The content of the message is a mystery, but its effect on Claire is immediate and profound. The tentative peace she'd found with her new family shatters. She becomes withdrawn, secretive, and is seen having a tense, hushed conversation with a mysterious stranger in a Genoa City park. Is Jordan still pulling the strings? Is Claire a pawn in a much larger, more dangerous game that the Newmans have yet to even comprehend? Victoria's suspicions hit an all-time high, and she confides in Nate, asking him to discreetly look into any communications between Claire and Jordan. The walls are closing in on Claire, and the pressure may force her to make a fateful choice. Friday, October 3rd. The calm before the storm. The week ends on a cliffhanger, with the promise of an explosive confrontation looming. Lauren and Michael receive the first report from their private investigator. The information is shocking, more than they ever bargained for. It seems Alan Laurent's business empire is built on a foundation far shakier and more illicit than they imagined. They now possess a dangerous secret, but revealing it could put them in even greater peril. Armed with this new information, Lauren decides to confront Alan one last time, but on her terms. She arranges a meeting at the Grand Phoenix rooftop, the glittering skyline of Genoa City spread out behind them. "I believe you have something you'd like to say to me, Lauren," Alan says, condescending as ever. Lauren meets his gaze, a small, cold smile on her face. "I do, Alan. It's over, your little game. I know everything, and by this time next week, so will everyone else. The preview ends with an extreme close-up of Alan's face, his smug confidence finally cracking, replaced by a flicker of genuine fear. Lauren has not only reached her limit, she has harnessed it, transforming her breaking point into a weapon. The war for Fenmores is just beginning, and the fallout is guaranteed to redefine relationships, destroy empires, and prove that in Genoa City, when a good woman is pushed too far, she becomes the most formidable force of all.